Hello, my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and this is another session of Rapscallion. I have a copy of it now, a physical copy, because my friend went to Gen Con and found the Magpie booth, and I was sorely tempted by the special edition, but I'm like, I don't need the special edition. Thank you, Steve. Just get me the regular one. So that was the loot that was brought back to me. I always like having a physical copy of it. So we are taking up with our crew here, our crew of the Star Seeker, our legendary ship that last time they arrived at our major port city of Kosret Landing. This is after their encounters. They went in different directions. The captain funded the additional downtime action for the crew, and they went in very different directions, doing very different things. Vern following up on Legends and Tales, Nanius speaking with their beloved, and Cass going to talk to an oracle to find out answers regarding the gifting. And in the course of that, you learned a few things. One, and we'll do this scene here in a moment, that uh, Cass can gift to that pearl to their beloved in a dream. Uh, there are some other like bits in there. I think you heard that there is a guy who's looking to get escorts on archaeological expedition. And but that they are looking around, but the you had something that was a little more immediate. So that particular figure, that particular guy, his story is kind of sitting off to the side, as we shall say. If you decide to come back here, you can pick up on that storyline. It's like we're playing a video game. He's a side story. You don't have to start that mission. But the one that you were talking about following up on, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, one of the lieutenants of Pirate Lord named Athari, his associate named Susanto. He apparently decided that he wanted to or was dispatched here uh, because there is a ship called the Golden Tooth, which has gone missing, has vanished, and it's said to be a ship that apparently is laden with treasure. And there's also some, of course, if you wanted to turn it into the authorities would obviously offer a reward for that. But Sasanto apparently came here and stole the face of the Oracle from the Oracle here in Kosret Landing, apparently with the intent of using that Oracle's face to track down this lost ship. Uh, and certainly the people here at Cosret Landing and the Oracle offered rewards and offered, I think, the ability to have that curse removed, like give you the knowledge on that, if you will go and retrieve the Oracle's face. So if I recall correctly, that was the big thing. Now, Tyler, I don't know if you were able to watch the video. I did give you the link to that. Uh, Anything else on the table that I've left out in my summary here? Because there may be, because it has been a few weeks. By the way, it has been a few weeks by everybody, so bear with us.
Well, that sounded like pretty much everything,
Okay.
I think.
All right. So I want to give you a chance. Downtime actions are done. One of the things that will happen is when you go to travel now, you have to figure out where you want to go. So you may need to go and talk to people and get some information and find things out. Uh, uh, you will make a roll, which is the ship roll. And I just mentioned this because this is a mechanism we're going to hit a few times. There is a mechanism called navigate. When your ship navigates towards a difficult or new destination, the navigator will roll Spitfire. On a 10 plus, you get there without trouble, and you get to take a downtime action. On a 7 to 9, you're going to encounter some trouble on the journey before you hit your destination. So there's some things. There's other ways to get downtime in there. So I am going to start with our captain here.
Do
Uh,
do bonds go back up to max uh between sessions or only at other times?
they go back at when we hit that end of chapter.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So it looks like when we look at that move, again, this is the at chapter's end, everybody will replenish their bond and then choose two. However, at the start of session, if your luck that you currently have is below your Spitfire, you will raise your luck up to your Spitfire. Some of you have taken extra luck to give yourself a bank of things to protect yourself in the coming future. So just a note on that. So Captain Humayun, am I saying that right again? Okay,
Goodbye. Yep.
Humayun. Uh, what is he? What is it that you're going to do to figure out how to pursue here?
Okay, I want to bring something up that it's kind of start here in the meta, and then I'll bring it into perhaps what
Please.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
We normally when we leave, we would have a chance to roll renown. Our renown is too low to roll to successfully get anything from it. You got to roll under it. We have a one. We aren't rolling under a one. However, our ship is legendary, which allows us to get for free a thing. We have several, I think five at least, and we can get. There are ways for us to get a little more along the way, but we can get for free a pick off of that renown chart. And it might be worthwhile for us to look on that and see if there's something we want. And then I can kind of pursue that in my time. Um, what we have an option of is we could get a new follower. They're loyal and inspired, which is pretty awesome to begin with. And they get an extra tag of the Fate's Choice. So Lowell would give us something else that they're hopefully good at. Maybe they're terrible. Lowell gets the choice there. Um, or we could learn of an incredible treasure. The fate marks an X on the map. We could take one more unwanted attention, and we could mark it ourselves. I don't know if we want unwanted attention. Uh, or we've impressed someone important, get a message from them or a scene with them, and pick someone, including yourself, who gains a bond with them. And then we have the unwanted attention stuff. That's the test renown move. Um, I would
Also,
argue, yeah.
we can test renown. It's if you get at or lower than your current renown score.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Now we
Yeah,
have a
we could roll a
very low
one.
chance, and being able to spend for extra is still awesome.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Captain Humayun, why don't you roll me a d6?
All right, let's roll a d6 real quick.
Now give us a chance to get that roller up too.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
A four.
4. So no, you don't get the that on the test.
I think it's a good idea for us to go ahead and spend what this is the time to do it. It gives us a little something.
I
What do we
agree.
think we like? I think having another named crewman with some stuff would probably be good. We have a couple of treasures actually on the board, don't we? We have this
Yep.
golden ship that's out there. We have my cash we need to go and kind of pick up somewhere along the way. So treasure may not be our immediate choice. We could also have someone important get in touch with us, and we,
Get a
we'll
bond.
have to come up with something on the fly.
Now, is that bonus that you're getting for the renown where you don't have to roll? That's something from your stuff rather than from the ship, right?
No, that's from our lineage.
Lineage.
Look on our
Yeah, our
playbook move, our
ship's legacy
legacy.
move.
Legacy. 5 hold represent spend time for it. You may spend 1 hold. Oh, I see. You're spending the hold from that. Ah, okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yep. Okay. Yeah. No, I think that makes sense since you've got that 5 for that.
Okay. Well, I do
What
like
do we
another
think?
crew member because we get to put another NPC on the list too, and that's always awesome.
I agree.
All right.
So I think I'm going to mark one off there. Chick chick.
Okay.
And I'm out looking for uh exceptional people to perhaps add to our crew.
Okay. And tell me which who do we already have? I think you said we have a don't we have a first mate, right?
I have a ship's master because since Patrick's my first mate.
Okay. Which
But
you're calling the first mate. Since
right,
we're using the ship's master for that. Okay.
right, which they're getting the aid on board
Right.
polish,
What
and
else
they
what else
get
do
it
we
leaving.
have? Because I know
We
everybody
have
picked
that
one.
carpenter,
We
which
have a
has an aid
doctor.
repair.
Yeah, we have a
Carpenter.
doctor.
Yep, which has skilled in healing. They're loyal and weak. Um,
And we have a shaman, who's the apprentice navigator astronomer.
Okay.
yeah, yes, and so they have aid rituals. They're strange as their tag.
Okay. Tyler, roll me a D10.
All right,
Foreign
D10.
die.
Three.
3.
Oh, good die for this.
So,
Thank you.
Captain,
Yes.
you are ashore and uh, you will hear a voice that you recognize when you are in one of the taverns. You recognize them not only from the tone and the timbre of their voice, but also you always remember hearing their voices in the midst of the sounds that you hear around them, which is grumbling and unhappiness and displeasure. Uh, Tell me, uh, this card sharp that you
Oh,
have met before, and her name is Laura Devil's Smile Hook. Uh, how is it that you know Laura Hook?
um, I think that Laura. Yeah, let me check a name real quick. Um, I think that Laura at one point was in the employ of Lang Shibai, who is my sort of friend amongst the lords of the sea. Um, but and had apparently Mai has their figure in mini pies and black veil and that sort of thing. That's what Mai does, and had been using this card shark as a means of getting people in their debt, using them to get information. But had and when we would associate together, I would occasionally take Laura on my ship so that it wasn't so obvious that it was, one of Mai's agents to get her around. But the last I'd heard is that she managed to convince Mai to actually gamble with her and had gotten her freedom from Mai. And so I haven't seen him since.
And will you see her? She is seated there. She is etched with tattoos in script across her. They're not Leviathan ink tattoos. They're not that. I mean, it isn't, a measure of wealth. What are they? Is it a book? Is it a record of gambles? Is it something else? Like, is it a curse? What do you think that is that we see there?
Ooh. I think it's I think it's the names of people she screwed over during the course of her life.
Yeah, I think it is kind of a curse. I think it is a thing that is her weight and her punishment. She comes from an ancient blood, you know that. though she doesn't speak of it, which means that she not only bears the names of the people that she's cursed, she and caused problems too. She bears that of her immediate father and grandfather, her parents going back a couple of
Oh,
generations. Those weigh on her, and she knows that when death comes, all of those are going to be a stone around her neck that are going to drag her down into hell. But right now it
Unless
looks,
she has a child
yeah,
to pass them off to. Oh,
that got
sorry.
dark, but I love it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. But how is it that you, Captain Humayan, extricate her from what is clearly a card game that has gone wrong, and earn her trust?
okay.
I'm going to let you
Um,
narrate this scene here.
I hear the grumbling, and I can tell the voice is getting angrier.
Yeah.
Voice is, uh, you cheat, and it's starting me as I look over, and I recognize the voice, and there's a moment where I'm like, almost sigh, sort of, oh, should I just let her take her lumps? But
And
then
then you'll
it's,
see she has a couple of strong guys by her, and you'll see them like tip forward, heads to the table as they've clearly been knifed. And the people she had there to back her up are gone.
mm, all right. As they're starting to move to surround her, I will pull my sword. There you are, you scurvy dog! As I move over, pointing my sword towards her. Back away! This one is mine! You stole from me! You stole from my father! You stole from my cousin, who's my favorite cousin, and I'm really intending to get my blood debt out of you. You, you've lost nothing compared to me. As I move over and waving my
She
sword.
wails and cries and begs for mercy. I did not mean to cross the pirate lords who are so dangerous. It was a foolish thing. I hope no one else will cross the pirate lords because this is a pirate lord.
You will be returning to me, and you shall walk the plank of the Star Seeker.
Legendary ship. That name is out there. You will grab her up by the wrists and you will drag her out into the cool evening air. And she will say, I haven't seen you in a while.
Been a bit of a time there, Hook. Seems you're up to your same old tricks, though.
Uh, Not same old. Got some drops. Things fell off a little bit. Inexperienced assistants. If they don't know how to take a knife in the back, then they're not really worth having around, are they?
Got a new ship. It wasn't a bluff. Sailing the Star Seeker now.
That's it. That's a ship of legend and a doomed one, and one to call things down upon yourself. That's quite a gamble. I'm excited, interested here.
Ah, gamble. Ah, if anyone's willing to take a gamble, it's usually you, Hook. Come aboard. Join my crew. I could use someone with your talents.
As a crewman,
As yes, let's say for now as a crewman.
that's all I ask. You're not putting me in chains, and that is enough for me at this point in my life. So we should probably pick up the pace just a little.
Yes, indeed. I'll look a little over my
Yeah,
shoulder
where you
as
see
we
the pitchforks and torches coming out.
as we hot-foot it back to the ship.
Absolutely. We will also give her the weird tag,
okay.
Ooh.
And
I
what's her
think.
harm tally?
Let's see if we look at this is under equipments and tags. Card Sharper's harm tally 1.
One. And then it says X harm, like one harm.
1 harm. And what she does, is she aids gambling ashore. So if you go to gamble
Ooh.
ashore, she will help you with that. So that's quite nice. She does come with baggage. Yeah, so you will be able to gain her assistance there. Um, Let me check in then uh with our chronicler. Uh, is there anything that you want to do to like ask questions, aid with the mission, that kind of thing? And I'll tell you, here's the thing. Uh, right now, we're kind of limited with you to the basic moves for you to do to try and like find what you're looking for. Um, you could uh, spend a whole bunch more treasure to take additional downtime, but you probably not worth it on that.
Uh, um, let's see. I would like to find out more about where to find this Susanto person. Uh,
So, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do a ritual? Do you want to twist fate? Do you want to find an interested party and parlay with them,
um,
or size up if you can see how we might modify those
yeah,
questions?
it's like, um, okay. Let me see if I remember what I remember about this person to begin with.
He is
Uh,
uh, a lieutenant of one of the pirate lords.
okay, cool,
He
cool.
was here for a while and clearly took off recently. And of course, he took the Oracle's face.
Okay. Um, uh, damn it. I just hit the wrong tab there. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna twist my fate.
Okay.
Uh, and see an important NPC arrive. This would be his girlfriend, or maybe not that loyal girlfriend. This is his girlfriend on this island.
Oh, absolutely. So I think that you have heard uh, that kind of pick up in your asking around that Susanto uh, has a lover, but there's apparently something has uh, some perhaps falling out between them that has occurred
Okay,
on
perfect.
on here. Let me find a picture and get a name for you. Uh, because I have this beautiful Rapscallion board. So I'm going to grab that
Cool.
up. I'm going to do the actual board. Let's see. Let's grab that. Into making some. And you will know that her name is Yadana. And you see her after hours because she's a vampire.
Oh, good. Excellent. Just cool.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. How is it that you knew about this? I mean, it had you crossed paths with Yadana before? Did you just kind of pick this up on the street? What's the fate twisting here? Did you know of Susanto before this?
I think I knew Yodana before. Um, Maybe I didn't know that like she was Susanto's lover. Like that, I think that's a relatively recent development. Um, and but like I recognized her.
And I think she will see you and she will look. You see her kind of stop and clearly does a double take. And she will, in that vampiric way, she glides over. They do that camera thing where she just moves across the frame and
Uh-huh.
she's over by you and she says, I thought you were dead.
Most people thought that, it turns out.
Absolutely.
Maybe I am.
No, no, I would tell.
Uh, so how's it been going? I hear you are you with Susanto, the pirate.
Let's have you roll me a fate die here.
Cool. Yes.
1d6.
1d6. Oops, that's two. There we go. One.
That fucker. What do you know of him? I'll slit his throat in his sleep and make a breakfast of his blood.
I think there's like gears almost audibly shifting here because I was all prepared to tell her that like he was in danger and we need to track him down to like save his life. Like, no. uh well he stole someone's face and we're not sure where he is. I don't know where. Do you? I was hoping you might know where he was.
All right, I think this moves us to parlay.
Okay.
So parlay is rolled with polish. Um,
Yeah.
she wants vengeance. You're offering perhaps a pathway to that.
Yeah. Um.
Now,
What is my polish? My polish is 0.
okay, so let's take a
Surprise
look
there.
again at your options to remind us because it's been a while. You can uh, spend luck. You can, let's see, you can spend, let's see here. Yeah. So you can spend bond. Somebody can spend their bonds to assist you, and they can do that after they roll. You can spend luck beforehand to add one, but not after. So,
Okay.
I have one waiting here for you if you need it,
Okay. Good to
if it'll make a difference.
know.
yep. Let's have
All
you
right. I'll just
roll
roll flat.
polish.
Oh. That's a 5.
That is
Uh,
a 5.
I did a 6.
She will say, I could help you, but I need two things.
What might those be?
To find him requires us finding his ship. And I can't do that, but I know of someone who can. So it would require extricating them from a situation that they are in.
Uh-huh. And who is
I'll tell you
who is the
that.
situation?
We'll come to that. I hold my chips a little closer, but that's one thing I need.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to wait for you to ask.
Oh, I had wondered if you planned on telling me what the first thing was, or the second, whichever it is. The
The
other thing.
second one is, and she'll lean in close such that her breath is on your neck, and she would say, I want a taste of your blood.
I just like I just take a knife and like cut myself.
No, no,
Here.
that's so barbaric. But I'll take it. And she will feast hungrily at your wrist. Would you please take the condition thrall?
Oh, good. Oh, sure. Where's
Put it under
conditions?
troubles. And then she does that thing where she does that to wipe across her mouth.
Okay,
Well, take me
awesome.
to, I assume you have a ship?
Yeah,
Oh, excellent.
let's go.
Uh, Cass, tell me how you want to either help with this or do you want to do the dream?
Oh, if I could do the dream.
You could do the dream later if you want.
We haven't left port yet, right?
That is correct.
So I really need to be on the open sea for a proper dream with a mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
In a port, that's not a good place to bring my mermaid to.
All right.
So I guess I will help with this in whatever way I can help with this.
Tell me how you do that. Is it
Okay.
is it is it going to find someone to parlay? Is it you know, uh going to size up the situation? Are you twisting fate? Are you performing a ritual? Or
That's
are you unleashing
interesting.
a power?
Unleashing a power. Let's see. My powers
Unleash a
are
power that you possess if you have something that would be appropriate for this. You may not. You seem like the navigator person.
I
Probably
am the
doesn't have.
navigator person. I'm a super navigator. So, um, so I can twist fate. That would be can spot things beneath the waves. I can notice a way to take cover and take thing. The weather can turn against my enemies, but that's stuff that's once I'm on the sea. I'm
Yeah.
pretty much all about being on the sea. So I guess.
You can also twist fate. There's a standard move for twisting fate too.
Oh, is there? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was like
Nope.
just a
So,
flavor of how you did things. I apologize.
no, no.
Um, all right. So, and this would be under the downtime moves?
Basic and special moves because we're out of
Basic
downtime.
special. Okay, good. Twist fate. Twist fate to spend the luck to add something to the scene. Mm-hmm.
I'm also more than willing if you just want to try and like get more information on him. We could do that with size up.
Susanto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that makes sense,
Okay.
actually.
That makes
So,
sense.
and here's the thing:
Let's.
is we're in port with
Yeah.
other captains and other folk, and I'm sure they all have opinions. So, I think that makes sense to try to find information about who knows what was going down while he was here.
Let's have you roll with
Okay,
vinegar.
I got some of that, don't I?
Do you?
I thought I did.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'll roll well.
And Vern, you
Okay.
did mark XP, right? Good. Mark XP for your miss there.
Oh, do you always mark
You
XP
always
for
max
a miss?
XP on a miss.
Okay, well, that's good. I didn't know that. I probably should have another XP then.
That's
But
why
let's
I'm
do this thing.
giving you the opportunity to make
To
rolls and fail them right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. So here I am. I'm rolling, adding, and yes, I do have vinegar. So that's a +1, I think. Yes.
Surely that will be enough.
It will surely be enough. It could possibly not be enough. So oh my gosh, why does this thing always die on me? Come on, dice room. There we go. Okay.
And while it's loading, you could spend luck beforehand for a +1.
I could, but I don't have a lot of luck. I need it for my ship.
You have 5.
I know I need it for my ship. You don't understand what's important. So I'm rolling and adding +1 to this.
Okay. So
7 plus
that
8.
that is that. So you
Okay.
can ask one of those questions, and we'll kind of modify it.
Okay.
You can hold an additional one if you stick your nose in somewhere where you shouldn't.
Really? And this was get information.
Size
So
up.
size up. Okay.
Size up at the bottom of the first column of basic and special moves. This is
Okay.
really one of those in action combat moves, but we're modifying it here since I
All
don't
right.
make spend 3 treasure for a downtime move.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that I go. It's sort of like because I'm like a ship's groom, and I had said that I'd visited all the ships. Like I go to visit the ships and I talk to
Okay.
the crew politely, but I'm visiting the ships. So I do think there is that thing of I get a certain amount of goodwill and recognition from folks around. And I do think the question that I want to go is what strange secrets lie just beneath the surface when I'm talking about this, when I ask about Sasanto, what kind of weirdness is bubbling up in what people say.
Well, they will tell you that Susanto seemed determined. He was clearly sent on this job with kind of like didn't just come here and decide he wanted to do this. That this was clearly at the behest of his betters. Uh, and he rides on his ship, which is a powerful vessel called the Iron Aegis. And it is a nasty vessel, uh, as you can imagine, clad in iron. Not as maneuverable, but a potent beast on the waves. And he knows it well and commands it with quite skillfully, let us say.
I picture this ship as being like essentially pretty much just covered in rust and salt rime, essentially
One would think
everywhere.
it, but it is not.
But it is not. Okay.
It is not.
What strange thing. So,
But the strange secret is that the one thing about him that they do mention is he has he is cruel to not to his crew, but like to people that he encounters, to people that he interacts with. If he can be casually cruel, he will be. And that's part of the reason why he hasn't advanced up further than kind of being a lieutenant to one of the pirate lords. He could never be a pirate lord because he can't overcome that deep down streak of cruelty.
hmm, okay. If he can get away with it, he does.
Yes.
Okay. Nasty, easy way to trap him, though.
Does that seem reasonable to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
For a just barely, absolutely.
Nonius.
Um,
I am saying that right, am I not?
Nonius.
Nonius. Good, because otherwise I was going to start saying, "Hey, nani nanius." So no nias.
Let's avoid that at all
That's at
costs.
all costs. Little
Um,
theater kid energy going on there. So,
uh, Nonius is impassioned right now.
oh yeah,
And I think part of that is that I am obsessing over and over again about the conversation, the confrontation I had with the captain, Captain Mine. He's one of my connections, and I think like I was sort of nervous about the date I was going to be having later on that evening,
yes,
and I think I may have gone at him a little too hard. So I want to like prove that I am I we had this confrontation because I'm so passionate about the well-being of the ship and that I do still support him. And I had that like last time of trying to sort of buck up the crew that did not go well.
yeah.
Um,
It went
so
badly, I believe is the word.
that may some people have used that word. And so I think while the captain is off going to gambling den, um, I want to try and inspire, energize the crew, get them to get everything like completely ship-shaped, shining, everything in perfect order. And I think he Nonius has his book of poetry out, and he is loudly threatening to commit poetry upon anyone who is not showing enough energy and verve and sparkle and whatnot. And he's like starting verses and going after people and trying to. I don't know. Is there some way I can add like a positive tag to someone in the crew or some of the
Well,
crew?
we can have you parlay here with them. We'll have
I
you
like
roll with
that.
polish. You said that you were threatening them with poetry, did you not?
Oh yeah.
Please take a -1 on your roll.
Wait, what? I
So
don't
that'll be a net 0.
I don't see where any of this is fair. I'm
We heard
inspiring
your
them. I'm
poetry
encouraging
last
them.
time.
Oh, I'm hard pressed to get luck. I don't want to spend it on this.
Absolutely. This is a good chance to get a couple XP here.
We'll see. It's all gonna be great. Oh, that's a 7. That's a 6 and a 1. That
That is a
makes 7.
6 and a 1. Um, I think that there is a bit where one of the one of the ship people comes forward and says, Master Nonius, Master
Yes.
Nonius, if I might, and I think this is our uh gosh, we said that we have a the first mate, the ship's master,
Oh, Mardakalu.
Mardakalu will come up to you and go, Master Nonius, I've taken a poll of the crew, and they're willing to set themselves to the task at hand, but they ask that you close up your little book and cease and desist with all readings of poetry to them from a book.
I,
It is, as you understand, books have power. They are dangerous things, and it is not that they find your words wanting or painful to their ears. It is more their primitive sailor superstitions. So you can
books,
understand why they would they in fact they appreciate your words,
these
but for the good of the
books are not
crew,
danger. Books are powerful. Books are inspiring. And these are the artistic words of our very own Mr. Causey. What possible argument could they have against this dear and artistically talented man?
it is certainly your call if you would like them to do as you wish or not.
Well, I feel as though the spirit of poetry has moved into their souls and is inspiring them, one and all, to faster movement or energetic cleaning and the thing they do with the ropes.
Absolutely. It is your right to read the situation as you wish. Thank you.
Just going to go carefully stow this for the next time people are feeling uninspired.
Absolutely. But they will set to, and I think Captain Humayun, when you come back to the vessel, it does look like someone has a little bit of a fire under the crew. They've certainly gotten themselves together. They had a good shore leave. They seem inspired, and as you come up, Marta will say, "Mr. Nonius gave a rousing speech to the crew and set them to their tasks."
A rousing speech, you say?
Yes,
It went well.
the evidence is before your eyes. You may judge this and read this as you will.
Well, the wonders never cease.
And I think we'll cut forward a little bit to the captain's cabin, to the rooms there. I think that we'll kind of start with Humayun and Nanius in there having a bit of a conversation. Cass kind of looking over the charts, and I think that's when Vern enters, being trailed by this striking woman there. And Nanius, your hackles go up immediately.
I mean, the sword is just like whisper of liquid out and forward, pointed straight at them.
Oh, whoa,
Oh,
whoa. That,
It's Mr. Causey.
yeah, she knows
Ooh, a
Susanto.
witch's bitch, is it?
I'm gonna need you to step away from her if you don't want all of your clothes ruined.
Causey, who have you brought onto the ship?
Someone who knows Susanto.
Captain Humayun, your reputation precedes you. You are much disliked amongst my boyfriend's friends. Ex-boyfriend, I should say, Susanto.
Captain, do not look the abomination directly in the eyes.
Do I know? Do I know Sasanto? Had I heard yet the story of them talking about Sasanto and this whole storyline? Have we had a chance for us to get together and meet ear about
Yeah,
this?
you know what, like part of the reason is you know that this is who you're hunting and so on.
Okay. And so I would have let everyone know that I'm well aware of the lord that Sasanto served, who is a djinn. Um and have I ever met her, or do I know of her?
No, I don't think I think this is but this like you probably knew of Susanto, but again, he was a lackey, a high
Right.
placed lackey, but a lackey
I
to
just
him.
would have known his boss.
Right.
Yeah. Um so you have brought this lady on board for what reason, Mr. Causey?
She can help us find Susanto.
And why would you be willing to do such a thing, madam?
Because I would see his blood flow beautifully, foamingly across my lips and across the decks of whatever ship he happens to be on at that time.
See.
Woman scorned and all that. He also, we had a falling out uh, a while back that had soured things, and that is why I was left off here.
Nonius, have you past dealings with this woman?
With her
She smiles,
kind.
full fanged features.
I think I now realize perhaps the nature of this
I do
woman.
not believe her that one man's blood will satisfy her.
Well, that's certainly the case.
And I am not willing to have my crew become someone's cattle.
I am set for a while, Captain, and I bring a larder with me if we are to travel out on the waters. And I'm certain that if we fight, then there'll be ample opportunity for me to take advantage of those moments. But beyond the bargain that I've already made with your cohort, Vern, I can give you my oath bond word. I will write it on a piece of paper so that those words are burned on a sheet that I will not drink or cause harm to any member of your crew, so long as they do not, and she'll look very directly at Nanias, do not attempt to cause harm to me.
Captain, do you not think perhaps Mr. Causey should write it and the thing should sign it?
That would be good. I don't have my letters.
Yes, I think that having our chronicler put this in as official and binding would be best. Perhaps even before the star of the ship.
That
That
sounds
way,
reasonable to me.
the ship herself can also enforce this pledge.
She will say, you are more than welcome to write the oath before the star of your ship and have me sign it, but I will not be going before the star of your ship.
I think that's
I
probably
have been on this
sufficient.
vessel before.
Have you?
This vessel is very old.
And yet you seem such the sprig of a lass.
A good healthcare regimen.
Ah, yes. Perhaps over dinner we can discuss some of the ship's lineage. Mr. Causey, before we sail, please arrange for this pact to be made, and before we weigh anchor, it will be signed, or we will unfortunately be unable to take on passengers.
All right.
I'll give a look over to Nonius to see if that satisfies him.
He's sort of looking back with the question of, so I hold this sword to her throat the entire time until she signs, right? If you
I
wanted to put
will,
the sword away, you could give a gesture or something.
yeah, I will kind of gently make motion. I'm sure that we can have a pleasant conversation while the chronicler is at their work. Please sit.
You see, you see a
Absolutely.
Would you care
very
for
enjoyable
wine?
evening dye in his eyes.
She says, I don't drink wine.
I stab her. No.
She will say, I have a friend by the name of Rotston Fink. He had been an associate of mine and had worked aboard the Iron Aegis. He and Susanto got into an argument about maintenance of the vessel. And Ratzenfink is at heart an engineer and did not back down from this argument. Uh, Susanto sold him to a Harpy mining colony to work in their mines. Rasenfink is not a ship's groom, but he is bound to the vessel. And I think if you can extricate Rasenfink from the mine, he will be able to sniff his way to follow the Iron Aegis.
Ah, very clever. Very clever indeed. Well, then, I think that we will perhaps have a profitable association in this short term.
Excellent. If if I could indulge on you to provide me with a cabin below decks,
Absolutely.
and
Again, if you don't mind, wait. And I'm looking. Has Vern gone down to write this
Oh yeah,
contract?
I have written this contract. I do not know how to write contracts, but
He's made
But
up a whole template.
I think as Vern is heading down, I'm going to, if you will excuse me, and kind of give Naudius the look to, and Cass as well, because Cass, if you're what you put there in chat, you don't think you're aware of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, no one has actually said vampire, or like blood out, like particularly clear blood, like a blood
everyone just
contract
assumes
is
it's
just a
super
word.
obvious.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like she's okay. All right. They must know who she is. She's probably a priestess of some sort because you give her a certain amount of respect. That's all. It's like
Hmm. Okay, I will kind of if eh,
the only
move
thing she will
past.
do is she does not wish to be left alone with Nanius.
Mhm. Groove
Why
Cass.
not?
Mr. Naudius, if the two of you will entertain our guest, I will check in with Mr. Causey, and I'll go down and explain, kind of talk with Causey. I may have a little better idea of contracts, but what I need from you is to make this binding in the uh, more untraditional fashions, and see if we can work a ritual here in front of the star
Cool.
to make it
Yeah.
make it a little supernaturally binding.
Let's see.
Cool.
Da, da, da.
Because the star is an arcane
It is,
capable of.
however, you need to do a ritual. You need to do that during downtime.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Unleash a power, do something?
If you have a
Ooh,
particular power that specifies that. Now, unleash your powers for using any power that you already have an ability listed for.
that works like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Do you
Fallen
have
Star
any?
does have an unleash on it. It's not exactly this, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do you have anything?
Show its way forward or through. So yeah, kind of, but you would use the unleashed power to do that kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you
I
have
think
anything? Yeah,
that
yeah.
this is I don't think you can bind
I don't think
her
so.
magically, but this is in the sense of like beyond the fact that writing this down, that a chronicler writing this down has power, and she will not be able to break this until, essentially your time is quit.
Okay.
And you will specify that it will be quit when she leaves the ship.
Yeah.
And you agree essentially that she leaves the ship mutually, and that so she can't just kind of turn around and you do all the contractual stuff. You're Captain Humayan, Vern. You're learning a lot about contract law here.
Yep.
Do you think that does that feel at all familiar to you, or is it very alien?
um, I feel like I've probably seen contracts. I have a
Okay.
vague idea of what they're supposed to sound like. But like
So
I
so this isn't
definitely would
something
be
that
missing
from
a few
your
things.
this isn't something from your sort of missing past that strikes a familiar chord at all for you.
Um, hmm.
It's cool if not, because we'll fill that template in later.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. I don't think we need to make a roll unless you would like to make a roll and to have a chance at that sweet, sweet experience, Vern.
Sure, you know what? Why
Let's
not?
let's have you roll, use a clever trick.
Okay.
That's with
Let's
vinegar. Alternately, it also would take parlay, which is with polish.
okay. Well, I'll roll use a clever trick
Okay.
because I have vinegar.
You have vinegar, yeah.
Eight.
Okay. So yeah, I think you get this set. Of course, the only thing is you have to kind of leave yourself off from this. And she may ask you for a drink or two along the way.
Nothing go wrong with that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely. Uh, so yeah, she will return back. She will sign it. What does it look like when somebody signs something formally, Vern? And is there a sound, a smell, a crackle of blue flame, something else?
Um, the signature appears to like come out. It's on the paper, but like almost a projection of it appears on the person's forehead for a moment. And like it's almost like the ink flies off and it just like sinks into their brain.
And Captain, you will countersign to vouch for
I
you.
will as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she will say,
Uh,
then the pact it is made.
I'll have Marta arrange to below decks, probably, I guess, down towards the bottom would make her more comfortable. Arrange a spot that's no possibility for light and made somewhat comfortable. I mean, we've got a nice ship, so I can arrange a good berth for her down there.
She will thank you. You have been nothing but the soul of charm and tact, Captain Humayun.
Thank you, and it would seem that you are going to be quite helpful.
I hope I am. Ship's groom, it has been a pleasure.
I am glad that you've told us about where a ship's engineer is. That could be very handy for us to know.
I hope so. And then she'll just look at Nanias and she will head out.
His metal skeleton fingers are clacking on the hilt of his rapier.
Mr. Corsi, I must say that this is a remarkable find. A vampire, however, is very dangerous shipmate.
We have a vampire shipmate.
Oh, gas, my boy. Yes, that is that is why Mr. Donius was so concerned about her appearance on board.
Oh, I just thought he was being rash because it was a stranger.
It was an undead abomination against the order of the universe and a stranger.
Oh, okay. See,
But she has signed a
half
contract.
right. Yes, and that makes it all right.
Yes.
That's so.
Well, we should
no.
all
Until she leaves the ship, after which case that it's null and void. So
we should
once
keep
she
an
leaves the
ear
ship,
out.
that doesn't make this.
Make sure
Also,
that nothing happens with the crew. It is not simply that she feeds upon the living. Vampires have other capabilities. They can warp the minds of those of weak will, I have been told, as well as other powers.
Still, a ship's engineer. If we find this Harpy mining company, good news, if you ask me.
Yes, yes. So it would seem we have before us an opportunity to go and retrieve this person. It had been my intention to retrieve funds. So far, Roll, we have no idea where this Harpy company is, do we?
No.
But we
All
have a map.
right.
Captain Humayan, roll me a d6.
Two.
A 2. I think that the uh, island with the harpies is probably heading down to the southeast, somewhere between here and the Sanctuary of the Blade.
Very opposite direction. It's a shame. Um, we should probably grab this opportunity while it's available to us, however. All right. We will set sail, and when we say mining company, Lowell, we get are they static? Are they in a place in that?
There is an island that they have essentially a mine set up somewhere on the island that they are using laborers to work.
Okay. Does it feel like we would be wise to go and like? I mean, we can't really put into knocking downtime again, but to go and try and find out information of where this island is, or do we?
Oh, well, she's giving you the directions. Like she's been
Oh,
there.
okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
we
oh no,
do have an
so
idea
no,
where it is.
that's definitely like
Okay,
she definitely has told you this is where it is. This is
okay,
where it's
good.
located. It's off the beaten path. But she was there when he sold off Ratsfink as well as some other people.
Okay, groomsman Cass, if you will set us a course,
Yes, sir.
let us
That's
leave port.
all right.
Let's take 10. We'll take our break. When we come back, we'll do that navigate roll to see if we get a
Okay.
downtime action or not.
All right.
Woohoo!
Okay. So, ship's groom Cass, you have been given a position. You've been given a direction to head in. Tell me about this navigate roll. You are muted. You are still muted.
All right.
You are, no.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
that's okay.
So I think Cass actually takes this super seriously because it's a ship's engineer and we need to rescue them, but also because he knows that we're heading towards an island that has population on it that might cite us. So I do think that he sort of pulls up a more, I think he's going to call on his luck and his more supernatural powers
Okay.
and actually plead with the sea to assist him. This essentially will be him becoming hunted
Okay.
because whenever he essentially pleads with the sea, his in-laws get a sight on him again. But essentially what it is that I will ask the sea to send forth a heavy downpour to that island.
Okay.
That is kind of what we mark and go by and actually travel through in that. But it allows us to get there and get there unseen.
Okay.
And so, but it's also a navigation thing. So but when I do the take the hunted thing, it acts like I spent 2 luck to add to it. So I get to roll with +2, I believe.
So spent luck on twisting your fate.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the bosun's blessing, right?
You spend one luck and you
And I get to choose one of the things, and what I chose was that rain that is going to be
yeah.
a cover
So the
for us.
rain and then the other luck, we're reading it as the you being able to do your max bonds.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's have you roll that.
Okay. Let's see. So that is here. Come on, dices. Do this. All right. Oh God, I just got a 7. Just a 7 with all of that.
Just a 7 with all of that.
So annoying.
So, uh, you will encounter trouble on the journey and must contend with it before you reach your destination. All right. Hang on while I consult the oracles.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. That was it. And so, one more. Give us some sense of that. You will see as you are headed towards this, you are on your journey, and you will see that there is at the middle distance. So we'd say distant, far, middle, and then near.
Mhm.
At that middle distance, when by the time you spot it, you will see that there is a vessel uh, wildly doing battle with a set of tentacles that have come up from below the waters. A squid has emerged, not a leviathan, but certainly a beak-headed thing, and it has grabbed and is wrestling at this vessel. It is not particularly large, uh, so it doesn't seem like it is in great shape. Captain, what do you do?
Okay, so ship under attack by giant squid.
Yep.
Either way around, it's nice for us to go and help that ship because after we've saved it from the squid, we'll either have their gratitude or we'll have what they have on board their ship. One of the two. And so set sail to intercept.
All right.
All hands on deck, prepare for battle. And I will move over towards one of our cannons and begin preparing maybe to put a shot into it.
Okay. Give me just a moment to finish out my details on this. Do that. And one last one. All right. Uh, so we start this. This is kind of a battle thing. I want you to kind of describe where we see you in the montage, everyone. And then we're going to go because there is a sort of a navigation roll that is done here for the you are kind of taking it head
Head
on.
on.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, uh, Nanius, as the your ship turns sail and begins to head towards this thing, what do we see you doing?
After the third or fourth time that I absolutely ruined the ship's rigging, I did work with Marta to install like some ropes and counterweights that specifically I can use to dramatically slash a rope and go flying up into the rigging. And so I am running over, grabbing the ice cold cursed spear that we got off that island, and I'm gonna slash her up and go flying up into like the top of the rigging. I'm gonna be up there waiting. This is where I'm gonna strike from.
All right. And Vern, where do we see you position yourself?
I think it's unlikely to be a good idea to fire a cannon, but I'm at one just in case.
Okay. And Cass, what is the expression on your face? How do we see you?
I am um I am sort of at the fore of the ship, like right up by the figurehead. I think that I will spend a luck to use max bonds, and roll +2 when
Okay.
my time comes for steadfast.
That seems reasonable. And Captain Humayan, what is the look on your face? How do we see you?
I have drawn my sword and I'm rallying the crew. You know, we're taking this beastie and then who knows, maybe we're taking the ship. Have yourselves ready, lads. We go into the fight. And I am, as I've kind of rallied them up, I'm at one of the ship's guns and I'm starting to sight in so that I can fire towards this squid as we come in.
Absolutely. All right. Cass, would you please roll? Take it head on.
Sure. Here we go. That's a 13.
That is a
Woo!
13. Uh, so you can get close enough to board or hit it broadside with your cannons. You will before it is able to react. So we now move to this. So fire weapons by getting into a scrap, trying to board to attack it by kind of breaking in. Mostly this is getting into a scrap, I think, if you're physically attacking it. If you're doing something
Actually,
else,
we had a 10 plus, so we get both, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So you
All right.
can board or fire. But Captain, I want to start with you.
Board and fire.
Yep. If this were a ship rather than a sea creature, then people could choose which way they wish to go at it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and fire a cannon towards one of these tentacles just to
Get
see if I can scare it off primarily. I'm not thinking this is going to kill it, but maybe it'll give it thought to let go.
get into a scrap.
All right. I am going to, let's see. Bonds give me +1. Is that correct?
No, you spend other people spend bonds to help you.
Bonds help me
Luck you can spend beforehand.
luck beforehand. I will spend the luck,
Okay.
and that because this is blood, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, so that gives me a +1.
All right.
All righty. Oops, that is way too many. See to do 4 dice. Oh shit! And then of course I just did one. There we
Go.
go. Oh, that's a 4. That's a
No, no.
5.
Please roll two dice together.
Okay. Woo! That's a 10.
That is a 10. So you will roll up on it there, and under the scrap move again to a scrap, you will seize the ante. That means that's a bond that you can freely spend at some point during this fight. You
Okay.
can only have one of the ante at a time per person. So, like all four of you could end up with the ante, but basically that is a bond that you can spend on yourself to assist yourself. So, on a hit, you deal your weapon's harm, which is the cannons. Boom, boom. They have the scale to this, so it will smash. Like, what do we see happen there? Do you want to do the full two cannon harm, or do you want to do half that and pick
I
one of the
think I want to do the
options?
half and do the one of the options.
Okay. What is it that you want to choose there?
I think I want to intimidate them and compel them to back off was my intent.
Okay. Um, I think that'll be 1 degree, so they're not going to immediately whip at you. And like a switch, I think we'll take another one of those picks to get them to fully disengage, if that seems fair.
Hmm.
But so what do we see? Like what does that look like?
I think that I've depressed the cannon down as low as possible because I'm trying to, again, I'm being careful not to hit the other ship because I don't want to blow it up. And so I think as I'm staring down, I position, step back, fire. They pull the fire. We get the recoil. We see the cannonball hit the water and skipping across and clip into one of those tentacles, bashing it off of the side of the ship. The other one, of course, still whipping around, but that one bashed off to the side as it recoils from being smacked. And I go, good hit.
And I think now that you are close enough that you'll see it is a small ship, but you can see that it has carven wooden figurines around the outside of it, and those are actually animate and biting at this thing.
Oh,
There, it's this is very clearly a magical ship or a ship with a sorcerer upon it or something of that sort. Nanius, what do we see you do?
So I want to start with rolling my theatrics to see how cool I can make this.
Absolutely.
It's vinegar when I get into a fight. It's a 7.
Okay.
I get 1.
And
That is enough.
that is enough.
So Nonius is up in the top of the rigging. He's sort of like holding on to part of the mast with one hand, and he's got this like cursed ice spear in the other. And he lines up and throws a perfect shot across the sea to the other ship. And I want to spend my hold to pin an enemy to the wall by throwing something.
Okay.
That other tentacle that's still going at the ship, I want to pin it to the deck as the spear pierces through it and jabs into the deck.
Absolutely. And would
And
you then like
then
to roll to get into a scrap?
uh, I'm going to, yes, in just a sec, I'm going to spend 2 luck to twist fate. And I want to say, um, ba, 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 ba. Spot a fleeting opportunity. What is it? How can you seize it? With the waves sort of going crazy and these tentacles rocking that other ship, I think there's this moment in the sort of physics of the sea where the two tops of the masts, which are moving the most out of everything, are within just a leap of each other, and Nonius runs down this sail arm and leaps across the open distance to get to the
I
other
will
ship.
charge you only 1 luck for that brilliant little piece of dramatics there. I don't think I'm going to
Woo!
charge you 2.
I'll take
Uh,
that.
let's have you roll with your cursed spear here.
Boom.
Even though you're using your blade, will count as your cursed spear's damage here for purposes for doing the wreck. So roll plus blood.
It's a 6.
That is a
Does
6.
someone have a bond with you?
If they could spend a bond, they would have to tell me how they assist. Nanius. You will pin this thing, settle it in. But I think as you leap forward, as you run across there, you look amazing. Uh, but as you're going across, there is a splash up from below, and we will see the beak face of this squid come out of the water, and it will bite into the mast of that other ship and bite onto your leg. And you are going to take 3 harm.
Woo!
And
There's just this like mad laughter as I'm going across, and then a bit of a scream of pain.
the good news is you get to mark XP.
Woohoo!
The bad news is you are in the maw of this thing in the water.
Yeah, bad news for it.
Vern, what do
Yeah.
you do?
I forgot I had this and I have no idea what I would roll to use it, but I have this cursed book with a power over ice and cold. And I would like to freeze the squid.
That is unleash a power.
Oh,
All right, let's
cool.
see. Yeah, that is the book you got from the yeah,
Yep.
from the treasure, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is you unleashing a power.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Spitfire. Okay. Cool. Spitfire is 1. Excellent. The dice do not like us today.
After
That's
you
a
roll,
5.
after you roll, you can always declare that that power is now lost to you forever. If you do, you get to seize the moment and do whatever you want without consequence, ignoring the results of the roll. So you can burn that book out.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Yes. I think what happens is that I like as I'm reading from it, I'm like kind of leaning forward and my hand, the cold makes my hand go numb and I drop it into the ocean, but not before I have read
Yeah. What does it look like? Like
the
when you release
appropriate paragraph.
this is, I mean, these books are djinns, they are objects of power. When you do that, what do we see emit from it? How do we see? I mean, you are invoking this as a chronicler.
I think I'm like speaking it, and you can see this sort of cold mist rising from it, and also my hand freezing. uh, but as it falls, this mist, like you can see it going through the water, and this like, little thin crust of ice on the water following it uh, toward this beaked head
Yeah.
of the squid.
And
And
yeah. And does it freeze the water? Does this freeze this thing entirely? What do we think? I
it
mean, you get to
freezes
say
it freezes
whatever.
the squid. You can see, like I said, you can see the crust of ice, and then it just expands, and you can see this like shell of ice form around the squid.
And I think there is this moment where there's like everything kind of stops, and then the tentacles shatter as they break off as the motions of the ships kind of pull it away. It breaks and shatters. And I think that Nanius, as you're turning, like it's so fucking cold. It is so goddamn cold here. But you shatter the beak that you're in. It just completely and you are in just this water that is icebergs and slurpy blood, and it's like a giant slushy and so on out there. But the bits and pieces of the squid will fall back and drift around in pieces there.
Vampire will like that.
Kind of settles in, kind of the both boats will stop their rocking. And you will
I'll
see,
throw Nanius a rope.
yeah,
Yeah, I think there's
yeah,
this like moment of a glorious underwater shot like up at him as his cape is flaring out in the water and there's all this like thrashing of the ice going on. And then he
big
breaks the surface.
frozen eye
Yeah.
sinks past you.
Yeah.
And then that moment breaks and he comes up through the surface and it's just like blood slushy all over everything. It's very unpleasant and sad.
Hearken hail to the captain of my rescuing ship.
Ahoy! Seems you had a bit of trouble.
Yes, yes. And you'll see those figures will kind of settle back into their carved relief around. The crew are kind of standing around, sort of like dazed. And you will see this figure in robes, who will say, "Ah, ah, I would uh, speak parley with you, Captain, if we could."
Of
Uh,
course, we're coming alongside.
uh, and he will wait till you kind of get a little bit tied up. He will takes a carpet, puts it on the edge, and he will roll this carpet that will kind of form a plank over to your ship. Um, and
Mhm.
he will
Thanks.
say, "Permission to come aboard."
Permission granted.
And he does walk across. He doesn't bring any crew people with him. He puts himself at your mercy. You
Welcome
know, it
aboard
is a
the Star
generous,
Seeker.
yeah, it is a gesture of of essentially recognizing the position that he is in.
Yeah, I'm keeping the crew at the cannons, but we're not like pointing them directly at them, but we do have people manning them. Ah, welcome aboard the Star Seeker. I'm Captain Hermione Holst. And you are?
I am Elias bin Rai.
A great pleasure to meet you. And I'll look over to see Cash, you say you were helping haul in Donius?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
just climbing up over the railing, wiping stuff off of me and just leaning to Cass. My spear, is it still over there?
I think so, yeah.
I can't see anything. It's all very gross.
Okay. I'll ask about it, okay? Why don't you go, I don't know, rinse off in warmer water?
Probably the first time you've realized, you look down at your leg and how absolutely mangled it is.
Oh,
Go see the doctor. I'm sure he has some warm water.
you can go sit bravely on something over there.
Okay, I'll go. What?
Dr. Blackwood, would you see to Mr. Donius, please?
What's he
Uh,
gotten into now?
the maw of a squid, it would seem. And
Uh,
I'll motion for Cass and Vern to kind of come over. Uh, a remarkable ship you have there, sir.
Small, but efficient. It serves my needs. Um, I am a simple trader.
Not so simple, I would think, kind of motioning back to the carpet and
Uh, Tricks, of the trade, as it were. Uh, shall we sit and have words?
yes, please come. And I I will kind of looking over, go. I'll make a moment to go and Nonius, are you all right?
Yeah, I don't think I'll have to have a match set quite yet.
As soon
You
as the
you,
doctor
you
has
put that saw away.
as soon as the doctor has you patched up, please join us in the cabin. And uh, good job.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, I please may I introduce? This is our ship, groomsman Cass, and my chronicler, Mr. Causey.
I certainly saw your chronicler's work. Uh, a raw unleashing of power.
Yes, a tremendous talent is our chronicler. And
That
I'll lead us towards the
was
cabin.
that it was, you go sit. He will say that was quite a sacrifice of power to be able to rescue us. I certainly understand that. Um, uh, may I ask your business in these waters? Would that be too abrupt or out of place for me to ask you first, Captain?
We are looking into a bit of a situation at a mining uh, establishment. Some harpies, I believe.
Then you are headed to the place that I was headed to deliver my cargo.
Oh, really? What cargo might that be, if it is not too presumptuous for me to ask?
I am delivering a gross of zombie laborers to the harpies,
I see.
bought and paid for.
Hmm.
It is one of the two destinations that I have. Perhaps I could offer you something. I assume you are not simply going to the Harpies to try and bargain for tin or steel or the other elements that they have on their island.
No, that is not exactly our intent.
Then you will need an excuse to arrive.
Such as a delivery.
I have been paid a good piece for my part of the delivery, and there's a certain amount of money that is to be given to me on site. I think I would walk away from that as compensation for the rescue that you have provided to me.
Ah,
If you wish to, I will give you my letters, which you can deliver the cargo to the Harpies, and it will seem as if you are merchants arriving there. They will treat you well. The Harpies are grumpy and obnoxious, but they have need to maintain mercantile contacts. Uh, I can have my crew pass over my cargo to you, and you may decide what you wish to do with it. I saw a grimace on your face when I mentioned what I was carrying. I can certainly appreciate that in certain circles. It is not taken as well as others. But I will hand it over to you, and you can do what you wish with them, whether you wish to deliver them or dump them out and hide people in boxes. I do not care.
I think this sounds. I think this sounds a very good exchange. Far be it for us to impose something upon you for our rescue, but since you volunteer, this
No,
does
no, no, no,
seem
Captain.
a fine thing.
This was an extraordinary rescue, and you have been incredibly polite in not asking for anything. And I recognize the position that I am in, Captain.
It is good to have friends on the seas.
It is, and I will remember this. Uh, I have I have friends among the God Whalers, and uh, you may use my name if you ever encounter them. And Captain, you may take a bond with Elias bin Ra.
Did you put his name in the?
Sure. I will put it in the chat here.
Yes.
Good name.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Uh, I hope that will make up for the power that you had to expend, my fine chronicler friend.
Uh, guess that seems a entirely reasonable compensation.
Um, Perhaps one of you would wish to come over to retrieve your colleague's weapon.
Yes, yes.
I do not wish to lay hands upon it.
I will
It
do that.
it it like everything else about your ship is a wonder.
But it would be okay if I introduced myself to your ship as well.
Yes, yes, that is fine. I do not have a groom, but you're more than
Mm,
welcome to speak to the ship.
yes, thank you. I will go and get the spear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ah,
Yes.
and you will go over. It is a kind of a wonder ship. It is a young ship carved from actually wood taken from the far western from Corfu,
Ooh.
and carved in this way, and is highly enchanted. Like there's a lot of magic going on here. You're not sure where he's from,
Mm-hmm.
but like there's magic all over the ship. There's magic. A bunch of the crew are ensorcelled. There's a
Yeah,
bunch of
that's why they
that.
were dazed.
Yeah, it seems like some of these people are serving off sentences, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 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 and then they will bring up, you know, a a good 2 dozen boxes,
My goodness.
sealed, signed, sealed away with the, marks to keep the zombies in a condition of stasis, and will be brought up, and carried in. And Cass, you can retrieve Nanius's spear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I will have a nice chat with the ship, young as it is.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to ask the ship?
Yes, I want to ask it um what it wants to do.
I didn't know yet. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. That's, there's a lot of things. I've only heard about things. I've only been out on the wide oceans away from the shores, maybe a half dozen times. I am so young.
And you have much strength in your timber. You have much power infused in you. You may have a bright future, so think big. He says, think of places you might like to go. You can whisper them to the sorcerer when he sleeps, and he will eventually hear it.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
Um,
and yes, Captain.
as as the sorcerer's here, I will provide him a bit of, a glass of wine and chat with him just to kind of seems like he's been there before, just to get a quick layout of what like their harbor
Absolutely.
looks like. But I don't, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to
no, no,
be
he
detailed or
will give you
anything.
the basic details. He will tell you about them. If you look at the NPCs tab, harpies, I've got a picture there of what the kind of the size scale of the harpies are there.
Okay.
That's kind of what they look like. Um, they're about human size, and that is from the Lace and Steel game. They have harpies as a race in there, so that's kind of what they
That's
look
I
like.
thought that was what that was from, and that's a callback to an old game,
Oh yeah.
card
Uh,
game style
uh,
system.
yeah, and they will he will get these things set, and he will go and he will bring you papers, essentially the contractual papers and so on, and essentially his letter He will carefully write out a letter since he has been there before to say, unfortunately, business called him away, but Captain Humayun generously agreed to take the cargo in my stead. He is to act as my, treat him as you would treat me in all matters. Um,
Excellent.
he says the only thing I would ask Captain Humayun is how I wish to put this delicately. Uh, if you burn my bridges there, and I understand that that may happen, if I could, perhaps the next time that you are in the crossing, in the landing in Khazred, if you would leave me a letter at one of the way stations to tell me, so I am aware of that and know to mark that off my itinerary.
Absolutely. And your understanding is, well, I'm grateful for that. And if at all possible, I will try not to have that be the case.
If at all possible, he says, with a kind of understanding. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Captain. I hope that your endeavors go well.
And you, safe travels.
And he will head back to his ship and he kind of taps on the carpet and it will roll back up from your end back up onto his ship. Uh, there's a lot of like figures of hounds and dogs on the really thing. Like as his ship pulls away, the dogs are kind of watching you and kind of running back and forth along the woodwork of that as you all pull away.
Remarkable ship. Cass, uh, when you were visiting,
Yes.
what did you think of the vessel?
It's oh, it's so new. It's so beautiful. It is. It has such a great set of potentials ahead of it. I hope that it will get to see as much of the world as it longs to. Uh, but it is infused with magic more than I understand. But the timber is strong.
It is a really remarkable vessel. Mm, my goodness.
I I
Mr.
think we are
Causey?
on
Oh,
good relations, right? That's
yes,
good.
Mr. Causey, your sacrifice. Thank you.
Uh, you're welcome.
Hey, it was a very impressive uh, use of magics. I had not quite understood how dangerous your craft could be.
I can't claim to have written that book, but whoever did had impressive power. The Jinn in that book was well. Let's say I'm glad I was on that side of it.
We shall try to repay you for the loss of such an item. Uh, as Call of Duty demands, sometimes we do have to sacrifice, but your sacrifice should be rewarded, and I will endeavor to do so as much as possible.
Appreciate that.
Now, I suppose we should check on Nonius.
Does anyone have equipment that says heal X harm?
Oh, we have a healer.
Wait,
The healer will help if you have someone who has a healing move. Okay. If not, then if nobody has that as in their equipment, then you do not have anything to heal Nanius with. When you take downtime, that will heal Nanius's harm. But for the moment, his harm will remain.
and
Uh,
And I think it makes sense that the healing isn't entirely effective or completed as you come down below decks and hear Nonius just berating the doctor, and you come around corner and you see a metal bucket with pitch burning in it as Nonius is berating the doctor to soak up and wipe up every drop of blood and throw it into the fire because that thing is not going to get even a taste of me.
If
If you leave any drops around, it will find it.
Donius, are you all right?
I will be soon once all the evidence is burned up.
evidence.
Well, your actions were quite brave, and I believe that Cass has recovered your spear.
Oh, good, thank you. And he will hop up to come, stride across the room to get it, and just
Don't walk on that yet.
immediately have his leg buckle under him.
I should inform you we've taken on a couple of dozen zombies.
There's this hard, long, silent moment.
It was part of the merchant's cargo to be delivered to the Harpies. Fortuitous that.
Captain?
If you feel up to it, why don't we retire to the cabin and discuss our options for our
Zombies, Captain?
I'm not delighted either. Come, let us go discuss it. Mr. Causey, could you give a hand to Nonius, please?
And I think that feels like a good place for us to kind of stop as Vern helps Nonius to the captain's cabin. By the way, healing salve, when you go to next time you go to a place where you can buy it. For one treasure, you can get healing salve that is 3 uses, each one heals a harm. Just to know that. Otherwise, otherwise downtime does clear all your harm, but it's something to know in terms of mechanics and stuff.
That may be something that might be useful for Nonius's life.
Really interesting.
But you're already so close to death. I don't understand why you're so uncomfortable with the.
I mean, really, the open gaping wounds is just flirting.
Yes. So I think that we could reasonably answer this question. At the end of each session, ask the group, have you defeated an important foe, claimed a great treasure, accomplished one of your goals this session? I think that we could say yes to that.
Yay!
I think we could read that as a chapter ending, which means everyone can replenish all of your bonds. First do that, go through and do that. And then you can choose any 2 of these options. You can choose one of those options more than once. You can mark an experience. You can mark 2 luck. You can heal 2 harm.
We get this twice.
You get that twice. Captain, what are you going to take?
I'm taking 2 experience.
Ping ping. Ship's groom Cass.
I'm taking 2 luck because my stuff runs on luck.
No experience?
Oh no, I took 1 luck, excuse me. And then
you take 2 luck.
Which, I took 2 luck, which counts
and then 1 experience.
1 experience, yeah.
Okay.
Vern?
I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Because
luck and
I'm
experience.
low on luck.
Nonius.
I am going to do the same thing.
Leave that gaping wound dripping, easing. Got to take care of your bandages so she doesn't get a little snackling there.
I mean, what's the worst part? I have to go meet death again? Oh no!
Oh no! And she's gonna go, "Who have you been whoring around with?" Is what she's gonna say.
I see your slut wounds.
So let's do stars and wishes. Captain Humayan.
This was a delight. This is so much fun. This game is phenomenal. I loved so it was nice seeing a ship kind of combat and ship maneuvering this time around. That was fun. Kind of good to see what it means and how that system's going to work. Um, well, I think you did a really cool job of both the mechanics and the story, the big adventure story bit to it. I like kind of how the game does encourage kind of rewarding people for good story bit, and you're tacking into that, and that's I think really nice. Um, all of our characters are delightful. They are so much fun. Um, I don't want to, clear the plate so nobody else has things, but I'm gonna say, Ethan, I think it was really cool that you chose to sacrifice to get off the cool move. Not just because, it was a tremendous, winning a battle sort of thing to do, but it kind of really elevated and changed, showed us some of the character, both the willingness to do it and the capability. I mean, for us, if it's a TV show, we just saw, the kind of cute nerd guy that has been, fun and funny, but just doing insanely powerful magic. And that was really neat. So for our show, that was a huge character moment. So that was really, really neat. And I appreciated you doing it. And I thought it was delightful. For wishes, um, I do want us to have a conversation about how we want to approach these harpies.
Yep.
And I would like for us, when I said maybe we don't have to burn these bonds, maybe having some options here that either are sneaky enough that we don't cause trouble or parlaying enough because, I am sort of a polished guy. Maybe, having us able to talk our way through it might be interesting. Having a full range of opportunities in
Hmm.
this,
Yeah. We
that's
can
kind of
read
my
it.
wish.
Yeah, and we could certainly read it a little bit like a approach roll kind of thing, kind of to
Hmm.
to get into position for that kind of thing too. Uh, Vern.
Um, yeah, I mean, stars to uh, everyone, but it like for everyone very much did their thing in this session. Um, so I mean, it's kind of weird to be like stars to everybody for doing their thing, but everybody did very much like exactly the thing that their character does. I really liked the cast just being like, oh, I really want a chance to talk to the ship. Like, um, I thought that was very cool. And like not so much be impressed by oh how enchanted it is, but like be impressed by having a conversation with the ship. Like um barely mentioned the enchantment,
Uh,
which was cool. And I Tyler, like absolutely like you I like seeing you get into character in this game. Like the enthusiasm of the like cannon shot was beautiful. And then followed by Patrick's enthusiastic if failed roll attacking the squid. It was both very cool, very cinematic uh descriptions.
Anything wishes wise?
Um I am looking forward to whatever scheme we come up with to get onto the Harpy Island and
Okay.
rescue this person.
By the way, that failed roll that you did with Unleash the Power, you still mark XP.
Oh,
It's
okay.
still a fail.
Cool.
It's just that the sacrificing that ignores the results of the roll. So it's still the roll still
Okay.
stands. So
I'll take that.
you can get that XP.
That's cool.
I think that's a reasonable way to read that.
Hmm.
Cass.
It's just super fun. It's sort of odd where sometimes it feels like it's going to be a bit before you get to a thing, and then it happens really fast. So it is a weird. I am used to thinking of the idea of a ship trip as being long, and it's just everything happens pretty darn fast in this game. So that's cool to watch. Unfortunately, I was like, oh, I have a little time and I'll do my dream. So I still have to do the dream. But
Okay.
that's me being a goofball and not doing it. However, I super enjoyed my fellow players play. I love that we are all on such weird different tracks. It is uh it is the ship that binds us in so many ways because we are very different personalities with very different approaches to things. And it is really cool. Like the way that we do sort of, um, I would say we are, uh, we are bound by by the ship, if that makes any sense in a lot of ways. And it's just really neat. Because otherwise there would be these four people would have nothing in common. So it is just very cool. I like it.
So let's make sure we'll do like the planning meeting next time, and then
Mhm.
we'll do some scenes on board the ship. And one of the scenes we'll do is the sort of the dream thing, because that'll also allow us to rope in the hunted thing that you marked, so we can kind of get maybe some foreshadowing of what that might
Mhm.
look like in the future,
Okay.
and bring that on through. So
Okay.
make sure that we remember and structure it that way. Nanius.
Uh, this was super cool. I know we were talking a little bit earlier about, some of the clunky edges of the system, but I think something that it is doing really well is encouraging maximum drama in every moment. And I think even more than that, like everyone is leaning into that 1000%. Like the poker game where the cheating gambler's about to get stabbed, and Vern comes on with this very helpful vampire that we have a confrontation with, and the giant squid, and the exploding like ice mist cloud thing was just all super cool. Cass going across and communing with the other ship, and just sort of like this talk and spread of the idea of like, does this ship have a groom? Does the ship not have a groom? That part of the world expanding out. It's all just like the maximum drama at every moment. And that feels so great in this game. I'm enjoying it so much. It is ridiculous and amazing, and I love it. Um, wishes. I mean, I hate the vampire. I want to have 1,000 more scenes with her. I want to get a
Yeah.
rival bond with her. Um, like I don't know how long she's gonna be around, but that would be fun to get a rival bond with her. That's a
Absolutely.
great thing. And then just stacking on the zombies on top of it. Like,
Yeah.
did we not just go through this? Literally everything against everything, I believe. What's wrong with you people? It's great. I love it.
I will say a lot of that stuff was generated by the oracles from the Sundered Isles. The fact that
Ah,
they were transporting undead, the living animated stuff, it was a bunch of
those are
great things.
cool.
So just a few little hooks there. I think it's a great resource. Um,
Hmm.
and on Humble Bundle right now. So just dynamite stuff. Thank you all so much. That was really good. Uh, there was something else I wanted to mention. I was going to say about that. Oh, so just to know, so to meta structurally, we've done the roll to get to Harpy Island. This was the trouble. So next time you will get to Harpy Island, there's not another roll now, just to kind of tell you navigation wise.
Gotcha.
So to kind of frame that out. I am going to stop the recording.